Today we're going to answer a question. Is the new and the last variation of Urabrask the best Urabrask? Well, I can't answer that question quite yet, but we're going to find out here in today's video. This is my Pain Chain deck. Now, why I call it that is because the object of the deck is to chain as many spells together to get Urabrask to flip over onto his Saga side. So if you don't know what Urabrask does, let's take a look at this. This is the final variation of this Phyrexian Praetor. For 2 red, you get a 4/4 first striker that says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it deals 1 damage to target opponent, and you add a red mana to your mana pool. And then it also has the text on it of pay a red, exile Urabrask, and then return it to the battlefield, transform under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery and only if you've cast 3 or more instants or sorceries this turn. So that's the idea, is you chain 3 instants or sorceries and then flip him over. On the backside, he flips over. Chapter 1, he deals 3 damage to a target opponent and each creature they control. Chapter 2 is create 3 treasure tokens. And then Chapter 3, until end of turn, you can cast instants and sorceries from any graveyard. So this also means your opponent's graveyards. And if a spell will be put into the graveyard that way, exile it instead. Exile the Great Work and return it to the battlefield face up. So then it turns back into Urabrask. So that means you get the treasures, and then you can start using those treasures to actually cast stuff from your opponent's graveyard if you have the need to do so. Or otherwise, you're just basically re-spamming burn spells and things like that out of your own graveyard. So the rest of the deck, again, I've broken this down. I'm not going to go over it in detail. The biggest stuff I want to talk about is by category. First category is cantrips, card draw, and ways of just getting more cards into our hand and flipping through the deck as quickly as possible. Then row 2 here is all about the mana acceleration, treasure creators, mana rocks, solemn simulacrum to grab a land out of the deck, those kind of things that let us get ahead of the game and try to get Urabrask online, because people are going to kill him and kill him a lot. And in the playtesting I've done, if they have the opportunity to destroy him, they're going to do it. So you need ways of getting him back online. Then Chapter 3 is all about the burn in the deck. These are all burn spells. Lightning Bolt, Play with Fire, Shock, Lightning Strike. You get the idea. They're all things that are going to either burn our opponent's face off, burn their creatures, or their board sweeps and stuff like that to keep our stuff going as long as possible. And then we have a column which is all about copying our instants and sorceries, because as we're chaining stuff, sometimes this is part of the chain. You have things like double cast, you have dual strike, you have repeated reverberation, and you have Storm King's Thunder, which is something that I've had a copy of and I just had no idea what to do with. So I threw a copy of it in here just as a way to chain, because if you can pay a bunch and then throw a lightning bolt on this, you can just burn somebody out. And then we have things that synergize with all of these instants and sorceries that we're running with. We have Monastery Swift Sphere with Prowess. We have Electrostatic Field, Firebrand Archer, damage triggers. We have Smoldering Egg, which will turn into a dragon eventually. We have Young Pyromancer, which gives us elemental tokens. We have Goblin Wizardry, which creates Prowess guys. Gutter Snipe does damage. Chandra's Spitfire gets bigger with direct damage. Just stuff that synergizes with all the burn we're messing around with. And then we have what I would call the best of the rest in this next column before we get into the new stuff I have included in the deck. We have Burgi, which kind of doubles up with the mana for Urabrask. We have Chaos Warp, just as a generic get that thing out of my face kind of card. Mechanized Warfare increases the damage, so then Urabrask deals 2 on a trigger. Also synergizes all of our passive damage triggering enchantments and creatures and things like that. We have Jaya Fiery Negotiator, creates some prowess tokens for us and gives us some options there. Torbrin increases our damage just like the Mechanized Warfare. And then Jaya Ballard lets us draw cards from our deck if we need to. And then it also allows us to create mana to cast all these instants and sorceries. And then if you ever get to the 8, then it's just kind of fun. And then the last column before the lands, these are all the new cards I've added to the deck or I got a copy of because I didn't have one of them. So we have Vindictive Flamestoker. This is from Phyrexia Lullaby 1. For every non-creature spell you cast, you put an oil counter on it, and then you can pay 6 and a red and sack it to discard your hand and draw 4, but it costs less for every oil counter on it to load your hand back up. We have Invasion of Karas. It deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker, and if you get it to flip over, it turns into a 4/4 elemental with ward pay of 2 life, and then it deals 2 damage whenever you cast a spell to each opponent. We have Rampaging Raptors, which is just a great card for taking care of Planeswalkers. If they don't block all the damage, their Planeswalkers are going to get hit. We also have Sulfa Mayhem Dominus. If a source would deal non-combat damage to an opponent, you deal double that damage. Well, we have a lot of burn in this deck, including the trigger coming off of Urabrask. So again, these things will start to stack up. And then we also have the damage tripling enchantments. I used a wild card on this. I did not have a copy of it in my collection. Fiery Emancipation, 3 triple red. If a source you deal damage, it does triple that damage instead. And then its new variation, City on Fire, for 5 red with Convoke. If a source would deal damage, it deals triple that damage instead. So basically, then Urabrask trigger becomes a lightning bolt for every instant and sorcery you cast. Your big burn spells start doing triple damage. I mean, there's a lot of things going for these damage triplers in the deck, and an opponent will die really, really fast if you can stick one of these on the board. And then just the basic land base, this is really easy to do. Den of the Bugbear, just to give us some creature action here. Forgotten Cave is a cycler, 33 mountains. Nykthos is in here because we have a lot of just red sources to give it a big oomph push. And you know what? That's the deck. I hope you guys enjoy it. I had a lot of fun doing testing. Let's get into the gameplay. Tracks of Praetor's voice. Alright, let's see what this Praetor can do for us. This isn't awful. I'll go ahead and keep it. I will warn you now, this deck is a little hit and miss. If you're obsessed with winning, it's not the most consistent thing in the world, and I would not recommend playing it as such. But if you're up for some fun, chaotic messes, this deck is a lot of fun. In my testing, I've pulled off some just crazy dome your opponent for 20 plus damage in a turn type stuff with it. You just have to get there. So we got the Ornithopter. I run Staff of Completion so that I can proliferate the Saga side of Urabrask. So we're going to go ahead and do the Staff of Completion because I want the ability to start chaining through things. I could have done the Throw of Possibility, but I'm going to wait. Okay. And that's fine. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to discard Jaya. It's just a little too pricey for what I want. Oh, good. We got a 1 mana, which is great. All right. So you don't want to play Urabrask until you can start chaining spells together. So we're going to pass. I'll go ahead and leave the staff and stuff available just in case. I might draw a card off of it. Don't be afraid to spend your life to try and get ahead of things, especially against somebody that's playing control. Okay, they got Tekkathol up, so they're going to have a lot of proliferate going on. Now I just don't know what variation of the deck they're running. If they're running a poison variation, a Super Friends variation, or a +1/+1 counters variation, because usually you don't mix all of them together. Okay, so that dug us a little deeper without getting us into the weeds. All right, excellent. This works out really good for us. We have enough mana here. We can do Flame Spill, we can do Crash Through. And we can do the Pirate's Pillage too. I think if I do this first. I might not have enough mana to do all that though. Let's go ahead and do the Pirate's Pillage. We'll do a Mountain discard. Oh, okay. I like that. Let's go ahead and drop the Mechanized Warfare. And we'll pass turn. So now we have the Dual Strike, which we can use with the Flame Spill. And we can actually just kind of chain through things. And the Mechanized Warfare really helps with some of this too. Especially if we get Urabrask down. Now they might hold up counter magic because they see that. Or not, okay. Pass 2 attackers. Alright, I didn't leave anything in the back, so that's fine. I'm not gonna begrudge them, what is that gonna be? 4 proliferates altogether? And that's fine. Now, they have a single mana open. What are the odds they have a washout in their hand? I would bet they're pretty damn high. Let's see what they got. Wow. Oh, okay. I mean, that's a thing that happened. Let's do Crash Through. Because it's the sorcery speed. I want to keep the instants available if I need them. Okay, there's a lightning strike. Let's do... I do dual strike into flame spill, then I run out of mana. Let's just do this. Let's try this. Let's do dual strike. And then let's do flame spill on this. I'm going to auto pay it. It'll get copied by the dual strike. And I'm actually gonna hit the Grateful Apparition because it's more damage. And then when Urabrask flips, they'll die because then it's gonna deal 4 damage off the Mechanized Warfare. Boop. That's the deck in a nutshell. You chain spells together until they die. Glissa Sunslayer, okay. I'm gonna keep it, but only because I have the Tormenting Voice to try and dig a little deeper into the deck. Otherwise, this hand would be kind of eh. Like, I don't have any low-level cantrips or little low-level burn spells to work with. And I have no mana rocks either to kind of accelerate ahead. That's the only downside of red, is you generally end up falling behind if you don't get the perfect chain of stuff going. You're just going to run out of gas before you can kill your opponent. Alright, there's my Grape Shot. We're going to go ahead and Tormenting Voice, and I'm going to actually discard the Gutter Snipe. Okay, we got another mountain. That's good. We need to just keep the mana flowing. We also got a Cathartic Pyre, so if we miss the land, or miss another land draw... Okay. So we're going to go with that. I have the ability to go ahead and do this too. We're going to pass. I'm probably going to discard the Risk Factor. And that's fine. That destroys artifacts, right? No, enchantments only. Good. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and Cathartic Pyre. I think I'm just going to kill their Glissa, to be honest. Just to make them recast it and mess with their mana. Alright, there's 5 mana available. Let's go ahead and do... Do I risk Torbran getting blown up? No, I think I do the Rampaging Raptors. I want to push damage right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Raptors. Because I got Glissa out of the way. They're either going to... Yeah, see, I can punch over that. No problem. Okay. So now we're going to play the Torbran and swing with the Raptor. Actually, what I should have done is I should have Grape Shot at the Grakmaw, but that's fine, because if they want to block... Okay. Let's see, that only does... Wait. There's 2 copies doing more damage. I think I want to save that. I want to save it for when I chain. As much as it sucks not being able to do much about that, I think I'd rather do that. Killing the 4/4 would have been nice, but... Now, see, that's nice. They got a tap land, so they couldn't just get Glissa rolling. Ugh. That could get ugly, though. I mean, I'm not gonna block it. Alright, let's do Staff of Completion. Let's see. Urabrask doesn't do us any good here. That just risks it getting blown up. So we're gonna pass. Because I can always risk factor in response if they try to kill Torbran. I'm not worried about a removal spell right now as much. And if they don't do anything here, I might just use the staff and draw a card. And if they try to blow my staff up, I'll draw a card anyways. Casualties of War, huh? Okay, well, we're going to draw a card. Resolve that one. And then I'm going to risk factor them with since the mana is going to go away anyways. So they can take 6, or they can let me draw 3 cards. Okay. I'm okay with that, to be honest. Okay, so there's Birgi. Birgi always gives us extra mana when we play things. If I do this, I still don't have enough mana to do anything with. If I do this, I don't have enough mana to do anything with. I think the play is just to play... I think I'm just going to play Urabrask. And then pass turn. I don't think I have any other options right now. It's fine, I'm not... Oh, I get... Well, I chance them pumping and destroying Urabrask, so there's that. Okay. So... Let's... That would give me 2 mana. I could do that. What's the backside? Backside's 5. I guess let's kick this off with this. We'll discard the mountain. Ow. Let's see here. If I play Birgi, that doesn't give me enough of anything, but then I can do this for 2. Alright, they didn't give me what I wanted, so let's just go ahead and play Birgi. No attacks. Because of Glissa, and that's fine. I think we're going to run out of gas here because they're not letting us have the cards and stuff. Not going to block it. Because that's just asking for trouble. We really need like a card draw spell. Oh no.
Your corpse will volunteer.
Really? Ugh, that sucks. Alright, well, we'll send Urabrask back to post. He'll get recast next turn, I think. Alright. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and recast Urabrask right now. What is this? Can't block. If it dies, they gotta put it on something. Okay. Oh, lovely. An indestructible double striking pain in my neck. Great.
Good help is easy to find.
No blocks. Alright. Ooh. That's good, though. Now they got an indestructible blocker. But this will kill Liliana, so... I'm kind of okay with that.
So easily, I've learned death is enlightening.
Let's go ahead and let's just, while we got the mana available, let's just go ahead and grape shot that. I'll sacrifice the mana rock to keep him alive one more turn. Ugh. Bad part is I'm going to have to block. Oh, that's a smart play because it's going to die. I mean, you kill Urabrask, I'm dead because Toski can do 8 damage. Yeah, you got it. You swing with Toski, I die. GG. There we go. OG the Exquisite Blade. Alright. 3 mana rocks and a lightning bolt. Well, it's not ideal, but theoretically I should be able to get things going pretty well with that amount of mana ramping. Alright, oh, another mana rock. Well. Best turn. So next turn I should be able to cast 2 mana rocks, because I should be able to do a land and then do one of the 3s and the 2. Who says red can't ramp? Alright, so let's do the Relic of Legends. Let's do Mindstone. Now, I did it in that order so it would stop holding up priority because of the lightning bolt in my hand. I could have done the stone first, then done the relic, but then it would have red mana available, and I was just like, quit hanging up on me for right now. Okay. So, I'm trying to think, what this thing blinks things, right? Okay, that's why they're playing ETB stuff like that. And that's fine. Let's do... If I do that, that eats that up. If I do this, then I still have 4 mana. Okay, that's fine. Let's get the Staff of Completion online. And let's go ahead and play Urabrask. And I still have the mana up for the freaking Lightning Bolt. Okay, never mind. Relic of Legends. You confound me sometimes. Alright, so... I don't know what they're going to do, if they're going to remove ossification. Well, okay. That's fine. I'll have to spend my next turn replaying Urabrask instead of doing what I want to do. Okay. So that's okay. We'll go ahead and play Urabrask. And I actually, because of that, I have the ability to cap Urabrask and play Kessig Flamebreather. So I get 2 things back down. This I'm saving in case they get enough little stuff to destroy. Then we got repeated reverb if I need it. I need another cheap spell is what I need. Because then I can actually turn around and chain like repeated reverberation into lightning bolts and like one more spell, and then I could flip Urabrask over. Oh, the removal in the world. And now I can't recast. Well, that's just great. Alright, we're just going to play that, and we're going to pass turn. Probably use the staff to draw some cards. I don't want to put this out with no other reason to put it out. I mean, I could fling some burn at it and get it to flip, but I would rather wait. Just like I could flip some burn at that, but I'm not going to. At least not yet. Alright, we're gonna draw a card. Alright, dual strike. That's cool. Alright, land. Let's go ahead and drop Urabrask again. Let's foretell. So now that gives us a cheap burst draw to work with. Because this copies 4 or less. So I could copy a repeated reverberation bleh, if I want to, and then chain that lightning bolt into it. Seems decent. Because that could be 18 damage. Oh no. What? Wow. Just... ouch. Okay, well, Invasion of Karsus is coming down next turn because I'm sick of their crap. Quit killing my Urabrask, damn you. Well, maybe. Screw it. Let's just do it again. Let's see if they have any more removal spells. I mean, they've gotten every other removal spell they could ever want. I just don't want to waste the lightning bolt on the OG. Oh my god, are you serious? This makes my head hurt. Urabrask has now died 4 times? Yeah. Alright. Oh, this freaking sucks. Yep. We're just gonna have to sit and wait. No point in wasting the invasion because the creatures are gone. I want them to replay their OG so I can kill it. Alright, that's fine. It can drop. I'll drop the invasion on it next turn. Because no matter what, they're gaining the 2 life. I have no illusion to that. That's the flip side of this too. That's really just kicking my tail is all this life gain. Alright, so the invasion is now live. Gonna pass a turn. So we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. Yeah. What does this thing do? Discard a card to give it hexproof. Well, they got all the cards in the world. Yeah, we're gonna have to just risk it for the biscuit here. Urabrask is still down, so I can't just chain into stuff. For now, I'm going to play the Spitfire and pass turn. So if they want to swing at me with that, depending on how much the stuff they got going on, I might take the hit and then just go bonkers and try to hit them with that Spitfire. It's just going to enter as a copy of the Dream Trawler. I'm trying to think what I can do here. I'm going to let it go, because there's not much else I can do about it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to take the hit. I think I might try to Chaos Warp that invasion. Like, Dual Strike, Chaos Warp, hit the Invasion, and try to hit their Dream Trawler to get it out of my way. Let's do... Well, no, I don't... No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to Chaos Warp targeting the Trawler. I want it to tap. They can either lose it or tap it. I want it out of my way. Because I want that Spitfire to come flying through. Because I think our only chance is just to chain as much burn as humanly possible. That's fine. It can be tapped. I don't care. That was the idea. The Spitfire is non-combat damage. Alright. It is now my turn. Okay. Let's see if we can pull this out of my butt. Step 1 is Dual Strike. Step 2 is Repeated Reverberation. You're not gonna like this. Next to combat. I'm gonna swing this at your face. I'm going to lightning bolt you for a lot. Bigger Spitfire, bigger Spitfire, bigger Spitfire, come on. Oh, I'm 1 damage short. All right, risk factor. They cannot let this, they have to let me have the cards. They cannot take the damage or the Spitfire will kill them. Just give me a burn spell. Damn it. Oh, wait, I have a Flame Spill. But I don't have enough mana. Or do I? Oh, my God, this works. Did I just... Oh, my God. We just pulled that out of our butt. Urabrask dies 4 times, and we still managed to win through all that life gain. Elas, il-Kor, Sadistic Pilgrim. So there's going to be some life gain involved. Well, we just managed to beat our way through a very hectic life gain situation against a blue-white deck. It's possible. They're going to have a bunch of little stuff. So I can't ever say that one. Brotherhood's End is pretty good. We got a little bit of ramp with Solemn Simulacrum. Spitfire's D's. I'm kind of iffy on this hand. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and mull it. I like this hand a lot better. We have a couple synergy pieces for our stuff that we can get out there. That is going to die as soon as I get the shot here. I'm going to wait, though. Because if I'm going to chain a grape shot, I want to take out more than one thing. Okay. So they're going to make me lose probably the grape shot. Yeah, there it went. Because I think it's non-land, non-creature. So they could have made me discard the relic if they really wanted to. They didn't. Because I think I'm going to do the Firebrand Archer. So that when I play the Relic of Legends, I'll get a ping off of it. Alright, there's Elas. We're gonna have to chain a lot of stuff and try to burn all this extra little ancillary life gain out of them. What, you thought I was gonna block that? Alright, we're just gonna play the Relic of Legends. No attacks. Yeah, that one doesn't matter about instants and sorceries. It's not like Young Pyromancer. I mean, you have a free shot and you've missed it twice now. So, you know, whatever. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna smash their commander while I have the opportunity to do so, because they might have a removal spell in hand. They could also have a protection spell, but that's okay. I get an elemental out of it, and I get to zap them. And if I manage to suck a removal spell out of their hand, all the better. Not attacking, because I like my little Archer just zapping land or the mana out of them. Oh, I'm glad I didn't do that either because of that.
I'm not overconfident. You're just, we must protect the people.
That would have sucked to have that exiled. Alright, she's back. Let's see here.
Remember your
I'm
training.
not gonna block that. No, they already have 2 more basics, so the Furnace Punisher's not gonna do us much good here. Let's go ahead and just drop Urabrask. And we'll go ahead and... Whoa. Oh, I already played a land. Oh, it's letting me channel that, though. Oh, because I can do that. That's why. Okay. We'll go ahead and drop the Furnace Punisher. There's no point in not dropping it right now. I mean, it's a gamble that they wipe the board, but... I mean, it's not going to suck any less if I had that sitting in my hand. Whereas at least with Sokenzan, if they actually wipe the board, then I can actually just go ahead and pop that off. Jeebus. Alright, I need my board wipes and stuff. Oh, I forgot about the ability. That might come back to bite me later. Alright. Redrop Urabrask. No attacks. We need some burn well, actually what I need is a draw spell. All this life gain and all these flyers, this is gonna get me dead really freaking quick. This aristocrat chip life gain is just insane, especially when you got stuff like this.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Yikes. This is gonna hurt. Like, we're deader than dead here real soon. I mean, I could drop that and swing with it. They would block it. I'd pump it. But at absolute best, I could kill the Wandering Emperor and still lose the Raptor. Yeah, whatever. Yes, I will kill your Wandering Emperor if you take this. If you block it, I'm pumping it. So choose wisely how you want to do that. I'm hanging on to the Sarkhan rather than just playing it as a mana because I need something to discard if I get one of the impulse draw type cards. Oh, this is not good. But at least the way I played it, they can't, unless they can gain 2 more life. If they gain 2 more life, I'm dead. Actually, 1 more life, because I think they can just plus the Emperor, right? Yeah, we're dead. So, game over. Sarkhan, Fireblood. Alright, we got us a mono red mirror match. This isn't the worst hand in the world, but they go first, so that's not great. I like that better, though. Because we have some draw to kind of dig through the deck a little deeper. So let's drop the mountain. Let's go 2 mountains, and let's go ahead and foretell a dual strike for now. I am really wanting a freaking Blasphemous Act to put into the Arena client. I think that it would do well for the mono red decks, because once you get to a certain point, it just sucks not having access to a Wrath effect. Alright, let's play Nykthos, and we'll go ahead and play Seize the Spoils. I'll discard my Jaya Ballard. Ooh, Fiery Emancipation is nice.
Come to me.
So we got... Oh. Hello. Okay, it does not give it haste. They have to actually give it the riot, so that's fine. I might cast that here in a second. Sarkhan's going to use as a land. If I do Urabrask, I still won't have access to the mana off of the other, but I slow down, but then I can do that. This is where things get kind of weird. We're going to go ahead and play Urabrask. We'll pass the turn. I need a wing and a prayer right now, because if they have Obliterating Bolt or Lava Coil or, oh god, that sucks too. Thankfully, they can't cast anything right away. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can get Urabrask to flip. Let's do... If we do Invasion... Invasion, Dual Strike, Cathartic. I'm trying to think of a way to make this work. Let's do Invasion of Regatha. There. And then... Let's do... If I do that, that doesn't do anything for me. If I do Cathartic Reunion, it might do something for me. We'll discard the Dragon Mage and the Storm King's Thunder, because it's a little slow for what's going on right now. Okay, we did get a land. We're going to do Faithless Salvaging. And then, I hate to do this, but I should have done it the other way around. I should have done the dual strike and then did the other bit first. But I'm going to go ahead and do this so Urabrask doesn't die to a creature coming down. And it's going to fry Sarkhan. Oh, did I not hit? Oh, I didn't hit Planeswalkers. That's annoying. Okay. I thought it hit Planeswalkers. But it keeps them from slamming a dragon and using the Sarkhan's Unsealing to kill Urabrask. But we will have access to some of this. I need a burn spell, is what I need. Because I want to slam the Fiery Emancipation down when the Great Work goes off.
They are coming.
Because if I have a burn spell in my hand, that would be amazing. Because right now, there's a really good chance I could be dead by the time this goes off. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to discard the Relic. Alright, there's the... Ooh, keep tabbing that thing. Alright, let's do... If I do big score, that would leave me with still enough mana to do that. So let's do big score. We'll discard the Raptor. Burn down the house. That is actually probably a better idea right now, because then I can keep Urabrask alive. So let's... I was going to do the Fiery Emancipation, but let's just burn the house. I think this is the smarter play. All this stuff dies. Sarkhan's knocked off with a -7, and I still have access to all this stuff in my yard next turn. And I have things to discard to the impulse draws, too. Urabrask would come back down. I could cast Fiery Emancipation. They must be digging for something, because they don't have it. Alright. And then, let's see.
I will call the dragons.
Because I could still do the Fiery Emancipation next turn. I got a Rapacious Dragon. I'm kind of on edge. It's like, can I pull this off? I don't know. Okay. Something big's coming. Oh, that sucks. Ow. Oh man, this is not good. Now we're in lethal range if they slam a dragon, even if I kill their stuff. Okay, what do I... Oh, I have access to their stuff too. I forgot about that. Alright. Well... For now, let's play a mountain. I don't want to tap that, though, because then I could still use the other. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fiery Emancipation. And then... Now what do I do? I need to watch my mana carefully here. I guess let's cast the Dual Strike. No. Use this. Now pay for that. Let's do Faithless Salvaging off a little bit of that mana. We'll discard the mountain, because I already played a land. Discard the Jaya. Wow, this is hectic. Let's do Cathartic Reunion. Ditch both cards. Flip Urabrask. I think that's lethal? Fiery Emancipation! Thank you! That is one of the first times I've actually gotten to hit Chapter 3 and actually make it matter. Prime Speaker Vannifar. Okay. Ooh, we got Bergie. I kind of like this. We'll keep this. We'll turn 1 Forgotten Cave since it enters tapped. And then turn 2 drop the Mind Stone. We can either turn 3 Bergie, because this is the nice part about coming up against blue-green. They don't have a ton of removal. Like, I mean, they have enchantments that turn your stuff into things and whatever, but they don't have a ton of just blow your stuff up removal. Drover. Do you have a bunch of dinosaurs in that deck? Because that's... Or is that just... It's a mana dork, you know, whatever. Resolve. Like, okay. We're going to Cathartic Reunion. We're going to discard Cathartic Pyre and Seize the Spoils. Because I want the removal stuff. Alright, there's land. Pass. We're going to keep the Crash through because it's part of the chaining of things with Urabrask. Because you really need to have 1 mana stuff somewhere in that chain just to basically get a free spell off of it. Well, what do you got? A Consider? An Opt? I don't know what they had, but it was holding priority. Alright. If I drop that, I can still do that. If I just do that... I'm just trying to think of, like, what I can do, what the smart play is. Let's go ahead and just drop Urabrask. For now. Because next turn I could do Bergie into the Crash through. And that would give me 3 mana available at the back side of that into the Flame Spill. Which would give me 2 more mana. I need a 2 mana spell. Is what I need. Let's play Bergie. Let's play... If I play Crash Through... Let's do this. Let's do Crash Through. Okay, we got a 1 mana spell. That's perfect. Let's use the Flame Spill. Let's kill the Augur of Autumn. Let's use one of the mana that's floating. Let's play the Vindictive Flame Stoker. And then let's go ahead and play the Play with Fire. And we're just going to dome them. And that can go out of the way. We're going to use the 3 mana to play the Relic of Legend. And then I'm going to use that mana to flip Urabrask. So that gets rid of that. So now they have no blockers. I could have tried to chain off after I swung with Urabrask, but I just couldn't figure a way to do it without losing the mana I needed to actually set off Urabrask. I guess I could have done it there because I had the relic. They had a Boseiju. Okay. Alright, put Urabrask back to post. It's fine. We're going to recast him. Cannot attack or block. So, we'll have free attack lanes coming. Alright, Urabrask is coming back online. If they don't have a counter spell in their hand. They had a hard counter in their hand. Okay. It's what is that? 4 and a red to activate right now. All right, so next turn we're probably just going to drop Burn Down the House and as devils and swing with the devils. Or are we? You know what? Let's just go ahead and try to get this back out again. I mean, if they want to sit here and sit on counter magic all day long, that's fine. Keep tabbing my tab key on my keyboard. All right, and that's fine. I can handle that. Let's just go ahead and grape shot that to death. Yeah, we'll do one to the face too. Just want to make sure I didn't accidentally screw up and not kill the stupid thing. All right. So next turn, we're probably going to set off the devils. And I think that would actually make it so I can cast the Vindictive, or use the Vindictive Flamestoker's ability to draw cards. Ooh. Though, what does that give me? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I can probably do both. I can do the devils. I think I can convoke this into play. Do they have a counter of some sort? Something is holding priority. Come on. I'm being the impatient red player today. Let's go. All right, let's just do it. You can counter it, or I'm gonna have a damage tripler online. Holy crap. All right. Well, Birdie's coming through. Doesn't matter. It's not indestructible, I don't think. Nope. You just killed Bergie. That's fine. All right, so now we have the Vindictive Flamestoker at 5 oil counters, which means that it's only going to cost me 2 mana to draw 4 cards. I'm hoping we get something usable off the top, but we'll see. All right, they dug up the counterspell. That means they have a counterspell, and we know they have a counterspell. So we're just going to go ahead and activate this. Okay. So, let us swing out. I mean, either way, you're taking 9 damage. Because I'm going to fling that 3 at your face. If I try that, they'll probably counter it. Yeah, why not? Make them have to burn that counterspell. Because the Flame Breather could actually win us the game on the spot versus the dragon that doesn't. Okay, well, you don't have any mana right now, so I'm not that worried. Alright, we're still screwed for anything to do with that. But it doesn't matter, because if I swing, they take the damage. It doesn't matter. You block, you die. You don't block, you die. So, take that. Oh, stop countering my stuff. So what did you guys think? I had a ton of fun with this deck. As I said in one of the games, there is a bit of an all or nothing to this deck. You either chain off and go off, or you just kind of sputter out and die. That said, it went off more often than I would think it would have been able to, because Mono Red has that propensity that it just you don't have enough card draw, you don't have enough going for it to just keep rolling along, and eventually you're gonna die. I think what really kept this going was the ability to chain the extra spells off and flip Urabrask over to kind of keep the damage flowing, and also the damage doublers and damage triplers that are in the deck really helped push this so that you were able to just kind of make the most out of your like little 2 damage and 3 damage burn spells, because when that 1 to 2 mana is doing 9 damage or 6 damage or whatever, that makes a hell of a difference. So with that said, if there's something you think I should have outplayed in here otherwise, let me know. If there's something I shouldn't have played, let me know. Of my own discourse here, I think the Jayas don't belong here. They're a little too expensive, and more often than not, I just chunked them into the graveyard as part of the impulse draws. But otherwise, I like the rest of the deck. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.